What's up? Welcome into your Daily Buckeye Blitz for a Wednesday, the hump day, February 28th, 2024. Hey, tomorrow is the end of the month, not today. Keep that in mind. All right. Hey, don't forget, hit the video vault on the BuckeyeCast.com. Got all your big time highlight videos in there, recruiting videos, ad free, zero ads, zero, 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 no ads, no ads, no ads. So check it out. Get yourself that free trial for 3 days and see how you like it. Constantly adding more shit up there. So I hope you enjoy it. And let me know if there's a video you're looking for, and I'll go find it for you and plop it up there. All right. Today we are talking tight ends. This is an important position because we're replacing a key starter in Cade Stover. Yeah, he's off to the NFL. So we're going to get into who we have on the roster, who we brought in the portal. Got a lot of young guys who haven't played. Excuse me, I just drank a bunch of water. So I'll try to keep the burps to a minimum in your face. So let's get into it here. We'll talk some snap counts and things like that. So you got Cade Stover finished his Buckeye career in the top 5 in most statistical categories. And that was really just based on 2 years of production as a starting tight end. Remember, we'll get into how his career went, but he finished his Buckeye career with 82 catches, 1,058 yards, and 10 touchdowns. Those are third best in school history, all those. Plus his 576 yards last season in 2023 was third best for a single season in school history. His 41 catches last year were good for fourth best in school history for tight ends, obviously. So Stover started out at linebacker as a true freshman, then moved to defensive end late in the 2019 season. Then he moved to tight end in 2020. In 2021, he moved back to linebacker late in the season, if you remember, for the Rose Bowl. He was experienced to stay at linebacker, expected to stay at linebacker in 2022, but moved back to tight end prior to the season. So beginning of 2022, it's tight end going forward. Finished his career last season by being named the Big Ten's tight end of the year. That's a nice award. So the candidates to replace Cade. So you got G. Scott. He also came to the tight end room through a position switch coming from a receiver group. G. Scott was one of the 4 wide receivers signed by the Buckeyes in the 2020 class. He made the move a few years ago, knowing it would take time to develop. So Scott he started 3 games last year. G. Scott did. His total production he had was 10 receptions, 70 yards, and a touchdown, along with 14. His snap counts, G. Scott had 350 total snaps. Cade Stover, by the way, for comparison, had 613. So G had about half as many. And then you had Royer, 44. He's gone. Patrick Gerd, walk on. He had 39. Jelani, we'll get into Jelani. He had 24. But talking about true freshman last season, Jelani Thurman started a game in the Cotton Bowl due to injury to Stover. Thurman still redshirted last year, but showed he is loaded with potential while still developing. This will be Jelani's second spring. So second winter workout, second spring, second everything, which is good for his development track. Last year was a learning experience for him. And he had 2 catches, 18 yards. So didn't really light it up there. But again, like I mentioned, he did have 24 snaps, played in 4 games, plus the Cotton Bowl does not count against your red shirt. So played in a total of 5 games. Then you got Bennett Christian. We don't know a lot about him. He missed the entire year, couldn't be with the team, at all. So as a redshirt freshman, then you got the transfer of Joe Royer, Sam Hart, both gone. That increases the opportunity for playing time for these guys. Now you also got the 2024 recruits coming in. These guys will both be in summer. You got Max LeBlanc, 6'3.5", 222, out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. He's a 4-star, a 9.115, nationally ranked number 257 overall, number 14 tight end, and number 5 player in Tennessee. He had offers from everybody, Bama, Arkansas, you name it. So then you got Demarion Witten coming out of Glenville. Again, both these guys are summer enrollees, so not on campus yet. That's important to remember when you're talking about a developmental position like tight end or offensive line or whatever. So Demarion, 6'4", 215, coming out of Glenville. He was a 4-star and 8.908, nationally ranked number 464, number 28 tight end, number 19 player in the great football state of Ohio. So you got a pair of true freshmen coming in the summer. Most likely redshirt candidates, right? They're probably going to redshirt this year. And that's kind of the nature of the position at Ohio State. But then you got Ohio University tight end, the Buckeyes landed out of the portal. Will Kazmarek. Kazmarek is a big dude, 6'6", 256, and he was a productive target for the Bobcats. Now, he had, 2022, he had 20 catches, 264 yards, no touchdowns. Then in 2023, 22 catches, 243 yards, 2 touchdowns. So some consistency there in 22 and 23. He has 19 more receptions than the rest of Ohio State's tight ends combined. So experience. Looking at how this spring is going to unfold, you got G. Scott Jr. He's going to enter the spring with the most experience, of course, with his 350 snaps he had. He'll most likely lead the room through camp. Jelani should make some major growth. Will Kazmarek has 2 years of eligibility remaining, so that's a good thing. And he'll need some time early on to learn, practice. It's going to be a different practice and things like that. But since this is his 4th year in college in 2024, he should be able to pick things up quickly, right? Then for Bennett Christian, this will be his opportunity to show what he can add to the offense. He may need to make up for some lost time, but tight end is such a developmental position that there's no strict path that you have to adhere to. But most likely, G. Scott's going to be your starting tight end this year. But don't be surprised if there's more than one starter. Will Kazmarek didn't transfer to Ohio State to ride the pine. He has 13 career starts to his credit, including 11 last year. Don't assume that G. Scott is the only receiving tight end either. And don't assume that Kazmarek is a blocking tight end. Both have put in the work to be well-rounded tight ends that can play all 3 downs. Jelani is the future of the position, though. Eventually he'll be able to do it all. But 2024 is going to be handled by the veterans. With the playoff expansion coming, you could be playing 16 or 17 games. There will be plenty of snaps for the young guys. You got to remember that when we're talking about all these position previews. More snaps are coming. So like when I say, somebody had 600 snaps last year, well, that position is going to be more like 700, maybe more, depending on how many games you play. So could be 750, depending on the position and the health of the players. So anyways, if Ohio State has a renewed emphasis on the running game, like we're thinking with bringing in Chip Kelly, and then you bolstered the O-line by bringing in a new center, look for the majority of the snaps to go to the best blockers of this tight end group. So there's going to be plenty of practice time to figure out exactly who that is, but you'll see it unfold on the field eventually. So those are the tight ends replacing Cade Stover, and that's all I got for you today. Talk to you tomorrow. Hey, don't forget, hit thebuckeyecast.com. Video vault is all yours. It's open for you. Talk to you later. Go Bucks.